Jesus, 'cause we're three wise men. Frankincense, gold and myrrh, we'll give them to the baby carpenter. We come from the east, we're all riding on a smelly beast. We want to see him just as soon as we can. We're worshiping Jesus 'cause we're three wise men. Worship him just as much as we can. We'll go home rejoicing 'cause we're three wise men.
Okay, everyone, I've worked out where we are on my map here. So, now we just... Where is everybody? Where are the other wise men? They've gone. They've left me behind. Well, that's not fair. I asked them to wait while I look at my map to see where we are, and they said, "Don't be silly. We don't need a map because we can follow that great big star." And I said, if I look at my map, I can tell where we're following that great big star too. And they said, "Hurry up." And I said, "Wait a minute." And now they've gone and left me behind. Well, I don't care. I'm a wise man. I'm an expert on mysteries. I don't need anyone's help. I can follow the star all by myself. Just me, my map, and my camel. I'll probably get there first. Come on, camel. Let's get going. Follow that star.
Chapter 2. The Magi came to see the new King of the Jews. They sought the Christ child who was born for me and you. They journeyed from the east and came to Bethlehem, 'cause in the sky they saw it shining like a gem. They didn't need a map, the star just guided them.
Look at that view. You can see everything from up here. You shouldn't be scared of heights, camel. Heights can't hurt you. It's falling off things that hurts you. Relax, camel. You're perfectly safe with me. I'm the wisest wise man of all the wise men. All wise men read old books and look at the stars, but I've read more old books and looked at more stars, and I've got a map. Come on, let's go. Go on, Camel, what's the matter? Are you too scared to move? I told you, you don't need to be scared of heights. Go on. Well, we can't just stay here at the top of this mountain, Camel. There's no food for you up here. If you want your dinner today, you need to get down this mountain. About time to.
They went to Herod to ask where he would be born. Where would the Son of God take on our human form? But still a baby wrapped in cloth to keep him warm. They worship Jesus, the one who frees us.
Wise men looked up and followed the star. Wise men looked up and followed the star.
Rode on camels from afar. There were no planes, there were no cars.
Wise men looked up and followed the star. Wise men looked up and followed the star.
Frankincense and myrrh and gold they brought to the king who was foretold. This Jesus they got to behold was born to bring us into his fold.
Wise men followed the star.
It's very muddy here. Be careful, Camel. I don't want to fall off and get mud on my clothes. Careful! This is a horrible place. And all this mud is not marked on my map. So the mud must be in the wrong place. Oh, I wish I was back at home. But we can't go back now, Camel. This is a very important journey we're on. I know it's a very important journey because of that special new big shiny star up there. That special new big shiny star shows that someone very special and important has been born. Someone who is going to do amazing things. Someone people have been waiting for hundreds of years. Isn't that exciting? Oh, be quiet, Frog. Be quiet. Oh, careful. Anyway, I want to see this special newborn baby, so that's where we're going. If I follow that special new big shiny star, that star will show me where he is. Isn't that wise? Oh, be quiet, Frog. Come on, Camel, I haven't got time to argue with frogs. Let's get going.
Don't you hear them singing? Shepherds in the fields, angels gonna tell you about the news, bringing tidings of great joy. About a baby born today. What the people need is a way to get to heaven. Jesus came to earth to show us how. He's got a message for me and you. Angels gonna tell you about it now. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, Listen, shepherds, please don't be afraid. Unto us a child is born. He's gonna wash our sins away. God has been so good to you, and he's been so good to me. So go to Bethlehem and celebrate. He is the Savior, Christ the Lord. Shepherds, hear the music play. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, listen to the angels in the sky. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, listen to the angels. Whoa, listen to the angels in the sky.
You'll never guess what I've seen.
Well, I don't want to guess what you've seen. I'm busy.
An angel.
What?
I've seen an angel. A big shiny person with wings that lives in heaven.
I know what an angel is. I'm a wise man. Where did you see this angel?
With the sheep.
What?
The sheep. Woolly animals with 4 legs that go bar.
I know what a sheep is. What was an angel doing with sheep?
Nothing. Me and the other shepherds were looking after the sheep. And that's when we saw the angel. And he was really scary. And we were really scared. And the angel said, "Don't be scared. I'm here to tell you really good news for everybody. A baby has been born who is going to save everybody. And when you find him, he'll be lying in a manger."
A manger?
A box that you put hay in for animals to eat.
I know what a manger is. Why would a baby be lying in a manger?
Well, he was born and needed a rest. That's what babies do.
I meant, why would a baby be sleeping in a manger and not a cot?
Maybe his family haven't got enough money to buy a cot, so they used a manger instead. After the angel spoke to us, me and the other shepherds, we went to look for him. And he was lying in a manger. It's all so exciting. We want to tell everyone what we've seen. Bye!
That's all very strange. The baby in the manger must be the same baby I'm looking for. But why did God send an angel to talk to that noisy shepherd and not send an angel to talk to me? I'm much wiser and more important than noisy shepherds. Go on, camel. We must be nearly there.
There's no room for you. There's no room for you. Well, I've told you once, I've told you twice. There ain't no room for you. There's no room for you. There's no room for you. Well, I've told you once, I've told you twice. There ain't no room for you. I'm packed right to the rafters. I just can't fit you in. You're welcome to the stable. Well, blimey, does it stink? 'Cause the animals living in there, they don't mind where they go. And if the horse gets used to lift them, please let them go. There's no room for you. There's no room for you. I've told you once, I've told you twice. There ain't no room for you. There's no room for you. There's no room for you. I've told you once, I'll tell you twice. There ain't no room for you. Now with a little love and care, the place won't seem so bad. There'll be a manger in there, just right for the little lad. But please watch out for that horse, he don't half make it in. You'll be knocking on my door again. Is there any room for you? Is there any room for you? There's no room for you. I told you once, I've told you twice. There ain't no room for you.
This must be the place. There's that star, and there's the baby. I made it. I'll just look at my map, and then I'll be able to... Hey, that's my map. Hello.
Hello.
I'm a very wise man. So, I know that star shows that someone sent specially by God has been born here, and I've come a long way to see him. Is this him?
Yes, this is Jesus, and he is God's son.
An angel told me that when he's older, Jesus is going to save people.
Wow, I'm glad I came.
That's what the other wise men said.
What?
Some other wise men came to see Jesus. They've gone home now.
The other wise men got here first? That's not fair. I wanted to get here first. Are you sure they were here?
Yes, they brought presents for Jesus.
Ah, I brought a present for Jesus too. My present's much better than theirs. I'll get it. Where's the present? Oh, I left the present at home. I got left behind, and I got here last, and I forgot to bring Jesus' present. That wasn't wise. Oh, I'm not a wise man. I'm a silly man. I shouldn't have come.
Calm down, wise man. We're glad you came. We're pleased you wanted to see Jesus.
All sorts of people have wanted to see Jesus, but you don't have to be wise or bring presents.
Oh, thank you.
Hush, shh, there's a baby, ooh, ah, in the manger. Hush, shh, baby Jesus, ooh, ah, there's a danger that we're going to wake him up. He's such good news, we can't shut up. We want to sing with the angels, heavenly sound. Shout with the shepherds, tell what we found. Worship with the wise men, bow right down. Jesus is born and he's such good news. We want to sing with the angels, heavenly sound. Shout with the shepherds, tell what we found. Worship with the wise men, bow right down. Jesus is born and he's such good news. We want to hush. There's a baby, ooh, ah, in the manger. Hush, shh, baby Jesus, ooh, ah, there's a danger that we're going to wake him up. He's such good news, we can't shut up. We want to sing with the angels, heavenly sound. Shout with the shepherds, tell what we found. Worship with the wise men, bow right down. Jesus is born and he's such good news. We want to shout and sing and worship the King. Jesus is born and he's such good news. We want to shh.
Morning, everybody. Happy Christmas. So before I start, I'm just going to read to you the Bible passage that was set out for today, which is from Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 7. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there were no guest rooms available for them. So every family has their Christmas traditions, and one of our big traditions is around gift opening. And my youngest is just sat there. Auntie Claire, can you just poke him? When do we open our Christmas gifts?
In the afternoon, normally.
Yeah, so we open our Christmas gifts after lunch. I am so mean, I make my children wait until after lunch. So you can imagine it's like racing through the turkey and where's the dessert, and then, are we having presents now? But we tend to clear up and then we sit round in a circle and we hand out the presents. But when I was a child, it was even worse than that. I lived with my grandparents, and my granddad was a vicar, and we used to have a big Christmas dinner in this lovely old Georgian rectory, and we'd have lots of people from the village who didn't have people to go and spend Christmas with, and they'd spend Christmas with us, and they spent the whole day with us. And we actually did country dancing in the afternoon, which was amazing. So there was great fun times, but we weren't allowed to open presents because it was thought that it wasn't appropriate for us to have presents in front of them because we didn't have presents for all of them. So can you imagine what it was like for my sister and I, aged 6 and 7, waiting until after lunch on Boxing Day to find out what colour socks we'd got? Yeah, it was painful. So we're a bit kinder to our kids. They get their socks after lunch. So now I've got to find out where I am on this. Anyway, okay. So in 2016, the British Humanist Society commissioned a YouGov survey about what people in the UK thinks makes Christmas an important time of year. And does anybody know the game Family Fortunes? I don't know if it's still on telly. So we're going to actually play a little bit like Family Fortunes, but we're going to play it the other way round. And it is fortunes, because I have chocolate money for prizes, and I would like everybody to join in here, and you can sort of shout out answers. So I'm going to make a statement, and I'm going to ask you what percentage of people gave this as their answer of what makes Christmas special. And just for the statisticians amongst you, or any researchers amongst you, they were allowed to answer more than one question, so it adds up to more than 100, okay? Before anybody says, how can you have 75% on one and 60% on the other? Anyway, let's put this down. For the first piece of money, this is £10. What percentage of people do you think said that eating Christmas food and drink made it an important time of year? Any hands? Any guesses? 80%, Auntie Claire. If you're within 5%, you get the chocolate. You're not. It's 57%. Okay, so being cosy indoors during cold weather. I'll take a few different answers. Let's shout out. Being cosy, does that make it an important time of year? What percentage of people? Dave? 60% from Dave. Anybody else?
24.
24 from Chris. 10 from Robin. Jack?
30.
Oh, we're not quite there yet. Keep going, some more guesses. Bella, well, pick a number. Bella, you're going to get the chocolate. It's actually 46%, so I'll let Bella with it. So there you go, Bella, £10 for Christmas. So, next one, giving gifts to family and friends. Bethany, what do you think?
100.
You think 100. Jane, what do you think?
50.
50. Quite a good guess. Jack?
80.
80. No, come on, some other guesses. Giving gifts. 90.
70.
Or I tell you what, we're going to go within 10% because otherwise we'll be here all day. So Ali, here's some money. It's 63%. Well caught. So we've got 63% giving gifts to family and friends. What percent gave the answer attending a religious service? Ooh, Jack.
45.
45%, not quite. 32. Bethany.
75.
75. Bella. 7, did you say? 70. No, come on.
20.
I'm going in this direction. Claire and Molly, what did you say? Well, you can have it. You're going to get £50 because you are within 5. So it's 15% of people felt that that was part of making it a special part of the season. Oh. So, how many people said celebrating the birth of Jesus? Jack?
10.
Oh, not quite. 35, no.
Let's go for 45.
45, no, not quite. Bethany? You're getting there. Somebody else? Go on. Colleen? 5%, it's a bit more. What? 8. It's actually 22%, and that's the last of my questions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out the chocolate, and I would like that every child here has a chocolate, okay? And then if there's some left over, you grown-ups can have one as well. So while I'm talking, there's another one. There we go. So I don't know about you. I think I did see some shock on people's faces that such a small amount had anything to do with faith or with Jesus when they were answering questions about Christmas. So I found it shocking as well, but most of the people here, hopefully, who normally come to church, and I myself, think that celebrating the birth of Jesus is central, and it's far higher up our list to what Christmas is all about. But today, we need to think about what's so special about the birth of Jesus. Now, we saw that wise men and shepherds and came to visit him, but what really was so special about Jesus, and why is he so central to our faith? Over the last few weeks and months, we've been having a series about Bible characters within the story of Christmas. And last week, Jack talked to us about how important Joseph was, and also about how he was very little mentioned, really. Only in one carol, was it? Jack thought that Joseph wasn't in any of the carols, but someone ruined the sermon, didn't they? But what Jack pointed out last week is that Joseph made Jesus central to his life, and the message that I got from Jack's message was about putting Jesus in the centre of our lives and in the centre of our families. So this week we're actually looking at trusting in God for his timing, which I don't know about you, but I find that quite hard sometimes. And I'm just going to read a passage from Isaiah, which we had at the beginning of this series that we've had. Now, Isaiah 9 verse 2 says, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned." Then later in verse 6, it goes on to say, "For unto us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this." So actually, Jesus arrived in God's perfect time. So much so that actually every detail of Jesus' birth is foretold, prophesied through the Old Testament, through books that were written hundreds and almost thousands of years before Jesus was born. But I wonder about what Mary thought. Did she think it was God's perfect time? I know if it was me, I would have been going, "God, really?" You know, a long, arduous journey, followed by not having a comfortable place to stay. I think, she must have been a really trusting type to just say, "Lord, let it be unto me." And I would have been kicking and screaming about it a bit and said, "Can't you wait at least until we get back home? This is going to be difficult enough, But the Bible doesn't tell us that she did that. So as I say, I think she was the trusting type. Now, I don't know what you are like around babies, but personally I love them. And when there is a new baby around, I'm just wanting to go and grab them. And Claire got a cuddle yesterday and I didn't. So I'm going to get that cuddle later in the week because there's a new baby amongst the church family. So, you know what? I love to cuddle them, but if they start to fuss, it's a different matter. So, you know, when you're holding a baby that's not your own, they start to fuss and you sort of do the bit of the rocking, you pat them on the back, you dance around. But sometimes it doesn't work. And actually, I had that experience a few weeks ago. We had a family meal, and my youngest sister has just had her second baby, and this 4-week-old gorgeous little baby. And at the mealtime, I thought, Auntie Tory's going to do the business, you know. And so I held her, and after a while, she was just fussing, and everything I did didn't work. So I just handed her over to her dad, and you know, within seconds, she quietened down. And that's because her dad's got a relationship with her. It'd been the first time I met her. He'd learnt her signals. He'd learnt what she needed to settle him down. And they'd been building a relationship with her throughout the pregnancy, because you build relationship with your child through pregnancy as well. But after birth, they'd been building that relationship with her. And she felt safe in his arms. In my work, one of the things that I'm trained to do is assess and research into parent-child relationships. And it never ceases to amaze me how the relationship is built up. In fact, I'm not sure if you know this, well, Claire will, but it's a pet subject of mine. But the human baby's brain is really underdeveloped when they're born. And the way God designed it is that the brain develops in those early interactions, those really positive experiences that they have with their parents. So for me, the birth of every baby is a miracle, and it shouts to me about God's power and God's creation. And I was thinking, as I was preparing this, about Mary. And, you know, she was building a relationship with her baby, but she was building a relationship with the Son of God as well. And I just thought, how awesome. Did you know how awesome that was? So for me, as a believer in Jesus Christ, one of the true meanings of Christmas is about relationship and how God designed us for relationship and calls us to be in relationship with him. And then in that relationship, learning to trust him for his perfect timing, even when it seems like the time is completely wrong to us. But it also may shock you that I agree with the 63% of people who responded to the survey that said one of the true meanings or important things about Christmas was gifts or presents. So I'll explain a little bit why I say that. But first of all, I'm sorry to my family. I'm going to break with family tradition, and I'm going to open a gift right now. So here's a gift that I prepared earlier, that I was given earlier. And what you don't know, there was a tag on it, and this gift actually said to Dorchester Community Church from Father God. So it's for all of you, and I hope I'm not overstepping the mark here, but as one of the pastor's wife, not one of his wife, one of the pastor's wife. He's only got one wife, but he's got one as well, so I thought I would open it for you. So here you go, here's our beautiful gift. I'm wondering what Glyn was thinking now about having 2 wives. Don't think he'd cope. So I don't know if you can see. I'm not sure how beautifully wrapped it is, but anyway. It's quite a lightweight gift, but it's not empty. There is something inside it. We'll get in there eventually. So here we go. I've got a box for those of you online. Here's the box. And I'm going to open it up and... I think someone's expecting another pandemic, and so we don't have to hoard the toilet roll. I've got toilet roll. Glyn, can you grab the ends and just pull it out, please? It's rather a lot of it. Just keep pulling. I think it's going to be a little bit of a disappointing gift, perhaps, in there. Perhaps we went a bit overboard on the toilet paper here. There's not anything in there. Except for there's something written at the bottom. Jack, could you read it for me? What does it say?
Open the box.
It says open the box. So I'm not quite sure what to do because I've opened the box. What do you think I need to do? Has anyone got a suggestion what I could do?
Close the box and then open it again.
Close it and open it again, like a magic trick. No, it still says open the box. Charlene, what do you think I need to...
Take it apart, put it apart.
Pull it apart?
Disassemble it.
Disassemble it. Okay, yeah, all right. Like that? See if I can get this one undone. Try not to rip the box. I like to recycle things, so I like to use things again and again. So I don't want to... My granny used to keep all the Christmas paper from year to year. We don't quite go that far. Can anyone see what it is? It's a cross. Yeah, it's a cross. Because actually, for me, the true meaning of Christmas is about the gift of Jesus coming and coming to die on the cross for all our mistakes and all our sins, and to be able to make a way for us to have eternal relationship with God. So I invite you, if you don't know Jesus, that is the true gift and the true meaning of Christmas. Thank you very much.